Premier. 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 Premier.
Yo, D.
What's up, buddy?
Dude, I like the fucking work you put in today. I see you working, sir. I see you working.
Do you? You see me working? Oh, I screwed up.
Oh, fuck. I messed. Look at that. I messed up
There
with
we
the
go.
boop, but we got it. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
look at this. Look
It's
at
pretty.
this.
We look pretty legit now. I don't know.
Two and a half years in.
2.5 years in, we have the minimalist overlay pretty much that you can get. But yeah, I was looking it up the other day and I was like, I could do this. I used to dabble around. I definitely downloaded Adobe Photoshop when I was in high school illegally, right?
Sure.
Just like
It's the
everybody
only
else
way to.
did.
I think everyone does,
Right.
yeah.
So yeah, I was like, you know what, I can mess around with this. But yeah, there's free websites out here, and now we look at us.
I gotta tell
Look
you, I'm
at
checking
us.
it. I'm checking us out real quick on Twitch. Oh, it looks good.
Does it look crisp on Twitch?
It
So
does.
yeah,
It looks,
as you
it
can
looks
see-
crisp there and in YouTube as well.
Beautiful. Yeah. So
All
as
of
you
our
can see,
streaming
we've
platforms.
got all of our streaming platforms. I did not put any of those on here because if you're watching it, you know where to find you. You found us.
Yeah, you found one.
You're with the boys already.
But yeah, I threw up some of the socials there. I figure, maybe we can get some more interaction with some of the viewers and listeners, and man, maybe we can get some of that because it feels like it's softball season.
It's
There's-
happening.
I've seen championship pictures online already.
Well, like,
From
And they
outside,
weren't
too.
inside. Yeah, and they weren't inside. We did get a text on the text line asking if one of us was going to be down in Long Island on a Sunday, which no.
out. Would love to
No.
be at Kings Park, but way out on that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
decided let's kick it off with some new, not necessarily new branding, but just a facelift, if you will.
I
Here we
think this is unbelievable. Like you were working on this, you were sending some things, and I was working. This looks awesome. Like you did a hell of a job with this. I think this is it's new. Like it's new. It's fresh. It's a new season for us. I guess it only took Bad Dragon for us to make this happen.
We had to clean it up. a
Oh
little
my
bit.
God.
When I say we, I mean Dustin.
Yeah, maybe this was a backlash. Like I was like, all right, we need to go on the complete opposite end of what we did last week. Those tentacles really they latched to me, and
Well,
You just
they
didn't
were-
feel right
they
the
were
next morning.
Suction cups.
yeah,
Oh well, yeah, but no, this
still
was
thrown
when,
off by the mini size at 8.5 inches. That's still getting me a lot.
That was only that one because some of the other minis weren't as large.
Right, I
'Cause
know.
I went
Yeah.
looking, but
Yeah.
that's
We
still.
saw the other mini was like 6 or something like that. I'm like,
Yeah. A fucking
Jesus.
Irishman. So, but no, you started sending these over, and yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, like I had sent something out in our group chat about tonight's episode and wanting to see something, and then didn't hear from you. And this was after Wednesday. When this was after Wednesday, I was started thinking Thursday for today's, and this was after you had sent out a message Wednesday about last week's episode, and then I just didn't hear from you. I was like, what the fuck? And then Corey,
we do get kind of in that group chat. We do get like we're either
fuck
in it
off.
or we're
Yes.
not in it at all.
Days at a time of radio
Yeah.
silence.
And so Corey responds to me being like, well, if you think that's good for the show, and I no offense, Corey.
And then you didn't respond to me
looking
either.
I was like, I wasn't looking for your fucking input.
This is why I know.
no,
My
but that it
input
was
also do it or don't do it. I don't care.
right,
I
which
didn't have
is
anything good.
you said if somebody knows more than me, go for it. I was like, well, that's
That's every day.
everybody. But no, so I was like, and then D starts throwing out these overlays. I was like, fuck, let's go. Yeah, our group chat is just a fucking gaslight central.
Yeah, and I'm trying to scroll back to see what the question was, but it's all good.
It doesn't matter. We're here tonight, and you know what? We're ready to get going. So how are we going to do this with the new show? Do we just go right into it? No, we still got to introduce it, right?
Yeah, same thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bring It! We got tournament to talk about tonight. We got the biggest tournament of the year this weekend in Columbus, Ohio. Big boy J-Ro will be out there on Friday. And listen, we're going to have ourselves a time. Come see me. I'll have some shit with me. I'll have some stickers. I got koozies to sell. I'm not bringing t-shirts, but I'll bring some koozies, and I look forward to meeting a bunch of you out there. But here we are, baby. It's a new episode. It's the official kickoff to the softball season. D-Money, what's happening? What you drinking?
What's up, J-Ro? Tonight I have an Austin Street Brewery, the N double IPA.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called.
Mm.
Who knows?
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's good. It's double IPA. I've got a nice one on deck for a little nightcapper if we get that far, which we might. We might.
I hope it's a 12%.
Who knows? It's not a 12%. The percentages they start to peter off as we get later into the night.
Closer to waking up.
Coco, what's up, buddy? What you drinking tonight?
Nothing. I'm drinking a Polar lime seltzer, and allegedly I have a different seltzer happening on the side that says "Celebrate." So that's allegedly.
He's got a weed seltzy. I don't know why he's dancing around that one. It's a weed seltzy. Is it indica or is it sativa?
It's a blend. It's a hybrid.
Ooh, a little hybrid.
What do you guys think about the hybrid? Because I try to stay away from a hybrid if I'm
Why?
unless it like sounds really. I don't know. I either want the effects of a sativa or the effects of an indica.
I don't think I'm sophisticated enough to be at that point.
Oh my
yet.
god, it's super easy, and you've definitely heard.
No,
it
I know the
before.
differences between them. I just don't think
In the
I'm-
couch, Coco.
Yeah, I know. I
In
guess.
the couch. Yeah, your body.
That's why
you
I
get more
can't
of a
fuck with
body.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
see,
we're
I
gonna
like
find
it.
out, boys. In about half an hour, we'll find
Yeah.
out.
Tell me which one. Yeah, which one you're leaning towards. Yeah, with hybrid, I feel like it's usually just a sativa,
With like a
Right?
little bit indica like mixed in.
and it's not even. There's never anything unless you have like a true indica. I feel like you don't really get that indica feeling.
When I first started coming back to the sticky icky side, and I got some indica, and fuck, I would hit that pen and I would just be in the couch. I would be dead. And I was just like, I don't enjoy this because I want to play video games or watch TV, and I just wanted to eat and fall asleep.
Yeah, indica has its place, right? If you
It
wanna
does.
fall asleep or yeah. But yeah, Jero, what do
Really
you got?
mellow.
What do you got over there?
I'm cool. I've got I'm a couple deep already. I was gonna go get a Mai Tai. We were gonna. I did a little grocery shopping. I was gonna go do a little Mai Tai before tonight. Just one, maybe two. Now here's a question, and we're getting to the drinks. If you were to be having a job offer coming your way, would you just be completely ghosting and disappearing everybody right now? No.
I'm gonna go with no. No,
So
I would
I'm at the
probably
grocery
have that
store.
thing on-
Yeah, I'm at the grocery store. I've got this guy. He's got a fucking offer coming. The guy wants to talk to him, and he's just like, it's like my fucking dick playing hide and go seek with me. Like, I can't find it. Where are you? So I came home and left him just such a fucking voicemail. I was like, did I sound bad? Amanda was like, you just were a little douchey. I'm like, perfect. That's just the right amount of douche. So I'm crushing ranch waters.
Okay.
All right.
Long story short.
I like that. I feel like that's kind of the, not to get on the political spectrum, but I feel like that's a lot of what we're seeing now is like people could care less, or people could not care less if they get a job or not.
So it's interesting. Yeah,
just what I
because I
see.
agree with you. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's just what I see, and yeah, it's a wild employment market out there.
So I think a lot of things happening right now are, is what the job market has been. In case y'all don't know, I'm a recruiter. If anybody needs a marketing job, hit up your boy. But it's, it is, I think that's put a lot of fear into people about what the job markets looked like. And you see tech with all these layoffs, and tech typically overhires. As soon as anything goes wrong, they let everybody go. So I think there's some caution on both sides there. But you're right. I think I haven't had that. This is actually the most frustrating one. This is one where I'm just like, what the hell's going on? I think it's kind of what the job is, what the person's going for, and I'm not gonna really throw that out there, but yeah, it's tough. But there definitely are people that are like, I don't want to go to a startup because the volatility right now, and you see what happened with SVB. Regardless of how the depositors are being made whole, people are still leery of that.
And people like since COVID, people have just stopped doing certain jobs. They're like,
sure.
I'm only going to do this because I like doing this, and it kind of throwing the whole thing off, right?
I have
Yeah,
somebody that wants to be. They want somebody in the office 4 days, and people are like, "Yeah, no." They're like 3 days, maybe. But people really enjoy remote work. Now, if you're living in New York City, they're more open to a hybrid model. But nice BYB shirt, by the way.
Yeah, you like that? Hoping that the rain holds off for this weekend and I can wear it down in Connecticut. Speaking of rain, unless Coco, you were going to touch on the job market.
I was just, it's almost, you started having like how many times did you apply for a job previously and just never heard from them? I think you're starting to see that kind of response back of, there are plenty of places that say they're looking, so I'm just gonna not respond to you, and then I can say I'm looking for a job. I don't know, I'm not in it, so I'm only saying different things that I've seen. But
I feel like there are jobs out there, and people, they like, if you're unemployed, you can get a job pretty quickly.
Yeah,
but
yeah, the daycare they're just switching in like 2 weeks. It used to be 6:30 to 5:30, and they're just like, yeah, we don't have enough staff. We're going 7 to 5.
Sick.
So, yeah, that's real good. Real
Nice.
good.
That's awesome. Yeah, but crazy.
Speaking of things changing, how much rain are you? Oh, you guys might get fucking snow on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, PM, right?
I'm looking at Columbus, and you're looking at an inch and a half on Friday.
I'm glad we
rain,
only play
that's
one fucking
not
game
good.
on Friday.
In rain, that's not good. And even Saturday looks like it's not supposed to stop until, well, it's gonna
It'll be all
start.
right.
Sounds fun.
I've told
What
this
time's
story
our
before,
first
but
game?
yeah, one time when I was in Columbus and I was playing, they just play. It's just
Oh, yeah.
it's just like Vieira. You're gonna just play when it's pouring rain out. And they did stop the game when 2 bats got thrown, one thrown down the first baseline and the other down the third baseline. They were like, okay, 2 is enough.
Tony,
I've
if we get too cold and wet, just put me in. I'm great at throwing a bat down the baseline.
It looks like if you make it to Saturday and the tournament is still kind of on track, Saturday is going to be 65. There's going to be rain, but then Sunday's pretty much 60.
I think
The temperatures look nice.
I think we only play one game on Friday. Let me see here. So we're game 10. So let me tell you right now. So like we're looking
3
at
on Friday last year.
if we lose game 1, we play at 8:20. So if not winning was enough just to win game 1, you don't want to be in that rain all fucking day. So yeah, that's going to be. And then the Open doesn't start till Saturday. D's start Thursday, as do the E's. E's start Thursday.
Yeah,
at 9
that
o'clock.
Thursday is 88.88 inches of rain. This tournament's going to be a shit show.
Sounds fun.
Oh.
You heard it here.
Thunderstorms on Thursday, 66 and thunderstorms. Holy fuck. Yeah,
Are these turf or grass fields?
outfield is grass.
They're
different?
turf, I believe.
Infield's all turf on most of them, I think, right?
So at least that'll hold up. The outfield, bring your spikes.
Yeah, doesn't look good. Does not look good.
But I do like on Saturday it's gonna 64 and then Sunday 58 and sunny. Like if we make it to Sunday, that sounds nice. You just gotta get through Friday. That's it. The home run derby. I'll tell you who's not going to be at the home run derby doing any type of content. Me.
Home run derby
You
was
used to care.
fun last year. Yeah, you used to care. Home run derby was fun last year. We did the home run derby, and then I think we played a game right after it, and that was a brutal game.
Oh, that
the
sounds
rain.
awful. But
Yeah, that was the black
I
and
got
white game that we played.
the
camera was black and white.
I remember that.
Yeah.
How about the fact that this tournament is 366 teams across 7 different divisions?
366. What is it?
Yeah,
This is a bad question.
Ian.
What has it been in the past? I feel like it's been 400 in the past.
Why? That's not the kind of question we ask here. You ask, what's the breakdown per division, not what it was last year. That
What's
means
the
I have to go
breakdown per
back.
division?
No, I'll go down that website. We know it
Yeah.
usually works.
I will tell you,
was
the
hoping
website's
Hayes
not
would
been
give us
bad.
Some research. Yeah. Not too bad, this website. Although I have nothing up here.
I'll tell you what,
the homepage.
it's much better than the new USSSA site.
Oh, can you say much better though?
I mean,
It's a low bar.
our website's much better than the new USSSA site.
Yeah.
Our website sucks.
Dude, what is going on? So many cool ideas that just didn't land.
No. So here's a question though. You have to get the like I'm not gonna be able to stream from the fields. Like I'm not gonna be able to call games, am I? Unless if I go to the tournament, I could probably ask tournament director.
What is the thing that they have?
Barnyard, rink barn,
Oh,
Rink barn.
stream barn,
I'm pretty sure it's
live
Rink
barn, live barn.
live
barn.
barn, like the cattle coming out of the live barn. It's a weird.
I think it's a hockey.
But yeah,
thing.
so it is big
we
hockey
talked about
thing.
it. Yeah.
Because I would like to call some games, actually no, because Friday's the only time you have a lot of time, and guess what? I'm not going to be doing it in the fucking rain. So
Yeah, maybe.
oh,
I was gonna say maybe we'd jump on, but at the same time, yeah, it's gonna be raining.
I might do some from the hotel. That means I have to buy a live barn. I'm not doing it. Got a new phone though for broadcasts.
You have a phone for broadcasts.
New phone. My new
Okay.
phone now. I've got it's new, wireless charging. It's a 14. I broadcast Sunday. I broadcast golf, simulator golf all day Sunday for 8 hours, and then my phone died. yeah, we missed the last 3 holes.
Are they
I'm
important?
fine with that because they got out there at 12. I got there at fucking 3:30.
Yikes.
Was this for Live Free?
Live Free Golf. So down at the Seth D.
Where can we
Shard
find this?
on Seth D. Shard Golf Center's Facebook page. I'll put it in the comments here.
Okay, nice. And did
Yeah.
you end up? You were supposed to go on another podcast.
Oh, I
recently.
did.
You
I
did?
did it this way. I did. Yes.
Okay, I've listened to like a solid 4 minutes of this podcast.
Yes.
And I was immediately out. I was like, this doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in, but I am interested in seeing how. I think this podcast seems like it's right up your alley.
It was fun. I had a good time with it. It was 5th person on it. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeesh.
That's a lot. But yeah, it was Legs and Eggs podcast is the name of it. I don't know when it's coming out shortly, so I just put up the Facebook watch video of the bracket play. But yeah, no, it was great to get on there and chop it up with the Legs and Eggs. We got talking about no FAP and one of them has like 7 cats in a 600 square foot apartment in Brooklyn. Yeah, so
Yeesh. That's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of
So-
cat.
anyway, so
it's a lot of pussy. They've got a lot of pussy. Okay.
do you think I'll come back with the chemicals?
Yeah, that's wild. How far is that from?
Not close.
It's not close, but has it made it down the river?
I guess what? It's Friday.
Dude,
Friday, we're
don't-
gonna get a lot of rain. I'll tell you how I'm feeling.
Man, do not drink the water out there.
Oh, you're fine. Risk it. Live a little.
No, dude, what are you talking about? He's gonna come back talking like Mickey Mouse. We're not gonna have a host anymore.
Chemicals.
I'll fucking sound like Juicy Jamal nonstop now.
Man, that's
Oh,
that's crazy. And I wonder how everything's going with that anyway. It's one of those stories that you
What do
it's
I
just
hear
cover up.
and you just
Norfolk.
don't fucking
Yeah.
hear. You don't think, dude. What are the
They had another
Amish
train
teams gonna
derailment.
look like? What are the Amish teams gonna look like? Right?
They grew strength.
They're probably
Bigger.
dude. They have they're mutants now,
Full meals they're getting.
dude. Imagine that. Oh,
Well, they already show up and everybody's like, fuck. Now if they show up like fucking, what is it? Spider-Man got the mutation, right?
yeah. You hit a line drive to left center, and you see the left fielder just run and then jump into the air and start flying and catch the ball, and you're like, what?
Sometimes it feels like they're doing that anyway.
Yeah, but like now that they've got the chemicals, dude.
I
just
did get
think
our
about you
numbers,
that
by the
drive
way.
home.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun.
But we do have some teams I'm curious about seeing this weekend.
So
We do have some local ones.
You guys got the teams who are going?
I got you.
Perfect.
Starting with the men's
'Cause I was
open.
doing this shit.
I know.
Did not look at this bracket whatsoever.
So the men's open, that was easy. The men's open bracket's exciting. I bet you get to see. So Chucky Rohrback is going to be there with LSR. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. But Platinum Fire is also going to be out there. PF's going to be out there. But then you have West Point, Nature Boys, which is a couple of teams we know, or at least of. You guys played West Point at A Worlds?
Yeah, and I played Nature Boys last year in the Mojo
Yeah.
and got absolutely whooped by them. But then their U-Trip team didn't really do
that well.
So I mean, they might just be more of a one nation team. I do like how the Open is Saturday and then they split it on Sunday into single elimination B and A, or B and then
Oh, that's what
A
it is.
and
Yep.
above.
So looking at because when we were looking at it before we hopped on, it just said it hasn't been released for.
It's
The
a
Saturday
B single
single
elimination.
elimination.
That's what it is.
B single elimination.
Yeah, it's B single elimination.
They don't do it for the other teams, or me. Oh, the other teams. Yeah, so they're giving. They did that last year too.
Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be a good bracket.
I'm interested to see how PF does in the B bracket. They not gonna lie, they surprised me this weekend. I did not expect them. They came in second.
Where?
They beat so they were down in Maryland.
Okay.
It was Bololi Brothers HVAC, PF, and Chosen for the 3B teams. So they had pool play and then they just split it into like 3B teams in a double elimination bracket, and I think it was maybe like 8 C teams or something like that. Something along those lines. But yeah, they lost to Chosen in pool play.
Yeah.
They lost to a C team in pool play. Actually, a C team won their bracket or their pool, and then then they beat Chosen by two games by 1 run each game. So yeah, and then they gave Bololi a good run each game. Yeah. So yeah, it's good to see that team because they like cleaned house. It seemed a lot of guys.
Yeah, there's been a lot of turnover there.
There's lots of turnover in the last. I mean, there's a couple of core guys still.
Yeah.
Since like 2020, when they first were B. But yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I'll be curious to see them. Good to see them out there too. So it's nice. I mean, it's just nice to see some teams in different divisions out there from the area. I was actually surprised once we got into the EDE that there wasn't more from out here. But looking over into C, so that starts Saturday, like you said, Dustin. We're heading into C on Friday. We have out of New York, we have Limits, FW Dennis Steepjacks. That's that smash it team we always talk about. That was DU trip last year, and that's Limits.
And they're going C. And they're going C.
And they got bumped.
Nation.
They got bumped.
They got bumped in One Nation. Okay.
Yep.
Weird.
They got bumped in One Nation.
New York was able to, got bumped and stayed there.
What's that? Is it my internet or yours?
No, I think I'm hearing everything fine.
He laughed at my joke. He laughed at my joke. I said it's weird that I'll say it again. Okay, ready for the punchline. It's weird that a New York team got bumped and they had to stay where they were, where they got bumped. They had to stay. You're not coming back. You're not coming back down this time.
Oh,
who else is in the
C? Well, I put the Hornets in here from Ohio just because you know them, and they were a D team in U Trip last year. They had a good One Nation. I think they got bumped in both. Out in New Jersey, you got Diamond Dynasty. They're here. And then Smoke Bololi, 420 start.
A hotly contested roster.
Well, let's talk about that after the tournament.
Okay. After the tournament?
We'll talk about it next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah. Next Tuesday.
You want to see me next Tuesday on this?
No,
you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk about how is the A World champ still on that C team?
No, he's gone.
Okay, then the roster's fine.
We'll talk next week. Like, can we just talk? So we'll just talk about One Nation not using USSSA's rankings next week.
Why wouldn't we talk about that prior to the Mojo?
Because I did all that research.
If I wasn't on a team, we would.
Right. So So the same freaking thing goes when we're all on teams all the time.
Yeah, but I'm playing in this one.
I understand.
He needs a spot to sleep.
Okay,
fine.
We want to get into it. At the same
time, I mean, you're essentially saying, are you alluding to the fact that you guys are going to win this tournament?
No, we dropped a guy, but it's more of. So when Matt Stairs joins USSSA, he played on an E team after having a 15-year MLB career. You can say what you want about hitting a baseball versus a softball, but when it's an MLB guy, it doesn't fucking matter. And I just, when one federation says we don't use any other federation's rankings, but you do, Now listen, I'm also not going to say a certain coach is in the clean here too. he games the system. But the guy we had to drop, he had been a B player for 3 years in One Nation. And it wasn't until somebody brought it up that he was now double A in U-Trip is when it changed. But he had been B for One Nation for 3 years.
I still think that with One Nation being so new, I mean, they're still fairly new.
Yeah.
And the owner of One Nation was involved with U-Trip.
Right.
And from what I've seen online, he kind of had a lot to do with the whole ranking system in U-Trip. So, I mean, why wouldn't you look at these flags if somebody throws them your way?
I think like we've talked about this before. I think there should just be one rank because it happens in ASA. There should just be one ranking system across the board.
Right.
But
Like
I
someone
know
should
that's not gonna
go
thing.
like, right. Someone, if you're a new player, and yeah, it's tough if you're a new player or whatever, or you haven't played in a couple of years or something, you're going to end up spending a ton of time doing that for 366 teams. You're not going to do it. Right.
Yeah. So somebody raised a flag, and listen, I understand when somebody raises a flag, or it was kind of similar to the whole thing that happened with Chosen, except at least Chosen happened. This happened 2 weeks before versus 2 days.
Yeah,
before.
and I'm guessing it wasn't like the majority of the team. You know what I mean?
It was one guy, right?
Right. It's one guy.
Yeah. But and I don't know if it happened with another team because I saw this and he was calling out a couple things, but we say it a lot, as well when we see these One Nation teams come over when we're playing U-Trip. Like we play U-Trip for the most part. That's our majority of our tournaments. So when we see a One Nation team show up that is, a C team playing D U-Trip or whatever it is, it's like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah. No, I get that, but how often do you see that though? Like I feel like the good One Nation teams maybe haven't translated to U-Trip.
Just
Well,
one
that's
last
At the
year.
C.
Couple, yeah.
That's
But nothing
Okay.
too major. Yeah, it's just like ASA. You're seeing more people go over playing down a level, going from U-Trip to ASA, U-Trip to One Nation.
See, in
Except
ASA,
except Josh Moore, who's a B plus apparently.
Big B guy.
Josh is a B, yeah.
A B.
in One Nation. Yeah, in ASA, I can still play Ds,
Wild.
which is nice.
Can't get a reclass, but you
Not
can go
after-
play D in the ASA.
Yeah, can't get a reclass, but I could go to Virginia and play Ds in ASA, which sounds fun.
You got plenty of time.
But yeah, I mean, like it is what it is. Like I get it. It's just when you say you don't use it's more of when you say you don't use it, but you do use it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you have to, though. In these situations, when you have a guy who just got bumped to double A from winning an A world, and now he's playing C, like, yeah, that makes sense. Right? It makes sense that you're
Yeah.
like, this guy's not a B player. He's two levels over this.
Yeah, because
In
theoretically,
another association.
if they
levels
didn't
over,
look,
okay.
you could just play the same. You could be a D player because you don't win a tournament in One Nation and just
Right.
keep rising the ranks in U-Trip. And so I guess I see that. And I see your point, J-Rose, saying like, but they keep saying they don't look.
I don't care. And like
But they have
whatever.
to. Like, that's the thing. Like, don't
Yes.
say that. One Nation's in the wrong for not saying it, or for saying that they're not looking at that.
when they definitely do.
Yeah, just
When they
say,
definitely
yeah,
do, because they have to.
We take
They
all
have to.
things into consideration. That's all they had to say.
Right. Exactly. We can go on a website, look at your player history if you have it up there.
Yeah.
And boom. And the other thing is that if you're a player, pretty sure you can just wipe your player history right off of your player page on U-Trip.
That's never happened.
You can I'm telling you right now, I know you're being sarcastic. Yeah. You can take them right off.
I know. Oh, I know.
So if you don't
Um,
if you don't want stuff like this to happen,
Take
go to
them
your
off.
player page, clear that shit right off.
Yep.
Although it'll probably say like the last team you played for was Anarchy, who won the A Worlds.
But yeah, no, I think this is something I think ideally if One Nation and U Trip could, get back to being friendly, which doesn't sound like there's
Never
ever
gonna
going to
happen.
happen. I think that'd be the ideal world, but because I think One Nation having it as a federation, it's good to have a different option. You don't always want to eat steak. Sometimes you want Thai. Sometimes you want, pizza. So you get different softball federations. But yeah, I think just say, listen, we go on our stuff most of the way. We are going to take into account where you played, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And
I
all
think that's fair
associations
enough.
should be doing this.
Yes.
And I mean, there's going to be the
Yes.
people who are like, well, the guys, these guys are scared to play so and so, but it's also like, what you're doing when you add a double A guy to a C roster, right? And I'm not trying to call anybody out here again. I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I'm just saying, like, it's you can't throw stones at that guy saying like, oh, that pussy doesn't want to play against a team. Just lace up your cleats and go out there and play the game. Everybody plays the same, No, you're doing the same fucking shit as they are.
Yeah.
Just in a different way on the other end. That's all it is.
Now, here's a question, though. But now teams that get bumped, but I see what you're saying, 2 levels above. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So a team that's now like a C team playing D1 Nation versus it's the same thing if a C team and One Nation was playing D U Trip. It doesn't matter. Like,
right. Show me the teams
different
that
federation.
have won.
You're one level above or below.
Show me the teams that have won in that. Like, you know what I mean? Show me the One Nation C team who has won a D U Trip World.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if it's that crazy,
If
then
you're
you
going to
would
get
think,
bumped
oh,
in one,
wow.
you're pretty much going to get, like, if you're winning, if you're getting a national bump from finishing whatever top 10 at Worlds in U Trip, you're pretty much getting fucking bumped in One Nation because you're going to have that much success as well. You're a good fucking team. End of the day.
Yeah, and I don't know if One Nation does like the kind of like the national committee bumps, like the teams who do really well in class but don't really show it at the world tournament or whatever.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't know if One Nation does that, but I
think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, limits I think should be a C team in both U Trip and One Nation. They are a C team in One Nation. They just they played barely enough to just squeak under the bumping for U Trip. I think they're a C team in U Trip too.
Yeah,
They should be.
Right.
So, but I mean,
even if they
whatever.
even if they were D, like, I'm not like, that doesn't guarantee that they're going to come in, top 10 in their class or whatever.
No, they don't have an A chip at One Nation playing.
Right. So anyway, who else is going to this tournament? Now that I'll
Diamond Dynasty, there we go. So we're off C. You haven't been on it for a while though for Smoke.
It's just a reclass. It's not just Smoke.
I know.
I've talked to Tony a bunch. You know what I mean? It's
but
great
and that's the beauty is, like, we could say this shit and Tony is fucking all about it. Like, he's come on, and he'll tell you everything. He doesn't give a fuck.
Right. And I'll tell you one thing, Smoke is definitely not the most hated team in New England or Northeast softball, actually. Not even close. But yeah.
Who's? Oh, we could probably.
I'm not going to say that I'm most hated. I feel like that's more of a more of a personal. That's very personal to some people.
that could be very personal. How are we going to get personal?
Oh, you're starting with that in the background. Who do we have for Ds?
All right, so D team, we got Toro Construction, the Ville.
Again, now you're seeing it. Two teams that have been bumped to C on U Trip in the last 2 years.
Well, and I think that second team, the Ville, might also fit the mold of what you were saying about, another team. P2P out of Connecticut. Not sure where some of these guys play. I'm not sure if it's what the U Trip team is, but I saw the Connecticut team. You got Steve's BP where Stuff Pepper's playing. Elijah Peppers out of Ohio. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for them. Then there's a shitload of
They
New
were-
York teams.
They were C last year.
Steve's BP? No, there's another
Yeah.
Steve's.
Okay.
So there's a Steve's Grizzy, GRZY, Grazy. That's a C team, and then you have Steve's BP.
Fours.
That's a D team.
Fours is in the D.
Okay. They've
Force
been C
painting
for
is
a
a D.
handful of years now, right?
Painting is in the D. Yeah.
I thought so. I thought I saw. I didn't realize if that was them or not.
I mean, it says NJ. It says fours.
I believe that's
But it
New
was
So
like
Jersey as well.
definitely
something /4s, right?
No, it just says fours.
Oh, then I just completely fucking missed them.
So I'm looking
Oh,
at
there
this.
they are. Oh yeah, that's that's a pretty good D team.
So as far as the Ville goes, this looks like the Ville from a couple of years ago for One Nation when they were actually the D team that did well.
Okay.
Just looking,
Is-
just peeking at the roster, it looks pretty much identical.
Isn't Hummer on this team?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought he was. So that's why I was saying.
No.
That might be the
so when they
case.
were, they went C. The Ville went C last year, and they had like a few of those RDD guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, never mind. Jesus Christ, Joey Holmes. Joey Holmes looks like a fucking high
I do- this
ponytail
is-
broad.
I do like this about One Nation is how you have to have the picture to go with the.
Oh, they're so ugly.
They're
yeah,
gonna see Heber and they're gonna
Upside
be like,
down.
"Oh, this guy's coming from fucking an Amish team. They're gonna be good."
wanna
Colby's
see
is
if
a
I can-
fucking mugshot.
Yeah, that's a temporary license that he took a picture of. Like, Jesus.
But yeah, so that's going to be a good D. I mean, that D, that's 113 teams. Like that's a national. That's a world tournament. You win that. That's impressive, especially right
they
now.
took down Josh's picture from last year. They must only update the pictures. Damn, he had I'm pretty sure he had one of the ones with the ones that Benny makes of his his nephew, where he just takes his nephew's head and it's just Josh is like holding the nephew and Josh's face is Josh's face is on the nephew's face and they're both Josh. I'm pretty sure that was like one of those was his One Nation photo, which is awesome. You should do more of that. One Nation is doing good in that sense.
E teams I didn't recognize or look. That was just a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I had looked before. It was a lot in New York, not a lot around here. And with the New York teams, I didn't recognize any of the names, to be honest.
Yeah.
with you.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, teams from New England I feel like they're not really going to travel to this. One Nation still isn't that big in the area. There was a One Nation tournament this past weekend that the Ville won.
Yes.
A lot of the guys on the team were not on that roster that we just looked at. So yeah, maybe you get more teams, but also this tournament is just it's a coin flip whether it's going to be fun or not. Yeah,
right.
It's a coin flip whether you're gonna play one game and then you're not gonna see the field until fucking Saturday night or Sunday, and you're just like, yeah, this tournament's not gonna end, or it's gonna be a one pitch.
Think of a 3-day tour. Think of a 3-day stretch around here. Like it's the same thing. Like right. Like think about now if there's a tournament on Saturday, this past Saturday around here, fuck it, I would have played. Gorgeous, beautiful day, 55, sunny. Dicks are out. It's awesome.
Yeah, there was one in Connecticut. There was a One Nation tournament in Connecticut.
Right, exactly.
Your team was there.
and then you turn around on Sunday and it's 32 degrees. And Friday wasn't like real warm. So like you get those stretch of 3 days and Columbus isn't too much different than us. It's the same. It can be nasty.
Yeah, the thing that sucks is it's going to be really nice temperature wise, but rain, lots of rain.
Rain sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, we had So this weekend we
Hold on.
had
We got
Oh.
women's. We got two teams in the women's.
Women's, right? How
Two very
dare
good
I.
teams.
You just put us back.
Bobby Pins from Connecticut and the Rhode Island Sharks.
I saw that they got the Bobby Pins got the 3 seed.
Yes.
Yeah. So the New England state director, he's got some pull.
And then we also have one of our favorite team names of all time, the Angry Beavers.
So is the Pork Pistols, are they,
No, I don't. Where the fuck are they?
they're not playing?
No,
Huh.
I'm pissed.
Interesting.
I was hoping they were going to play in this.
That's strange. Did they get classed out of One Nation, you think?
Let's take a look.
Did they just win too many times?
There's nowhere to put them.
It's gotta be-
there's
it's gotta be
three One
something like
Nation
that.
teams. Here's the thing I love about One Nation's website. You go to search for states, it doesn't go in alphabetical order.
Well, no. Why would it?
It goes Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, and then Kansas, and then it starts again. Or Kentucky, then starts again. All right, let's see. Pork. I'm checking Indiana. The Pork Pistols. They are COC. What the fuck is... Oh, Women's B.
They're just
That's
not
their
playing.
22. That's last year.
22? Oh, man.
Oh, we got to get
We're gonna
Miranda. Where are
Yeah,
they?
we're going to have to bring Miranda back on and see what's
Yeah,
going on
there's
here.
no team. There's no team right now.
Uh-oh.
Wow. This is bullshit.
I quit.
Done. So, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Come find me. I'm playing with Smoke in the C bracket. If we win game 1, I will not be fucking hanging around the fields if we're getting an inch of rain. I fly in Friday, but I'll be hanging around the fields all day Saturday. So I'll have koozies, stickers, maybe probably not a couple shirts, and then yeah, would love to meet you. We'll maybe grab some interviews and do some shit at the field.
Perfect.
Coco, have you ever played at the Mojo?
No, I have not.
Or
I've
not the
never
Mojo?
played. I've never even played in a One Nation tournament.
Have you played at that
That
complex?
Columbus, no. I kind of either go south or I've gone to Vegas twice, but I haven't done anything in the middle.
Gotcha. J-Road, this is an experience for sure. There's 500 fields and everyone's playing all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. It just sucks that it's going to be raining the entire time.
You can stop bringing that up.
It's hard to when you look at that forecast.
Dude, trust me. I'm like, I what day is it? It's Tuesday, so I'm like, all right. If I got an Amazon Prime now, I could have like a rain suit for Friday delivered to. Ooh.
Oh, for sure.
Now, does your rain suit look like the sissy underwear? Just clear with the.
It's actually just the leotard. He's just going out like that.
Maybe that's what I'll just do. Is I'll bring maybe if I get it in time, I'll bedazzle it on my flight out.
You're just
Well,
you're like painting it.
With a
Old
nice
lady
with
next
a
to you, like,
child
what
next to
the
you.
fuck?
Smoke. Just and I've got the bedazzler going. Smoke on my back. J
you're
Rose
like-
71.
You're like coloring it in, and it's like crayon. You're like, this is gonna be fucking sweet.
High
Grandma's
hopes.
next to you, like, what the fuck are you doing with that? Like, what are you wearing that for?
And then I step outside, and then I didn't use great crayons, so it just starts running down my back.
Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those, like, you know, I say wrestling, but it's more of like a boxer thing that's got the hood. It's got like the cape
nice,
that's around you, and
actually.
you put smoke on the back. Except it's clear, and you're just wearing nothing but the sissy underwear.
My jock underwear.
It's not jock underwear. We've recently found out that it is considered sissy underwear.
Jock straps for men, gay, sexy.
Did you
Yeah, I'll
happen to talk about this on the
I'll
other
click on
podcast?
No, we
Sis-
didn't.
your
We talked
sissy
about. Oh, they made us a song for the Milking Glory.
Jesus, these people were quick.
Except instead of it being called the Milking Glory, like I told them it was, they've
changed the name and they've already patented it. Yeah.
Yeah, they
They're
sold
like,
a
this is
1,000.
fucking genius.
they changed the
Kickstarter.
name. This song was Milk and Glory. And I'm like, wait, no, but it's the milking glory, not the milk and glory. I
Milking,
go, it's a
yeah.
combination milking table and glory hole. Where did you get milk and? I wrote it out in the email. It said milking glory.
We've probably gone over this. Have you either of you ever gotten the milking?
No.
You-
I wouldn't
you've
even
gone
know
with the
where to-
mil-
where
the
to go
milking
about
thing?
this.
No.
I've never
I've-
had it, but it's one of those
I
things where I'm
want
like,
to.
I don't know if I would enjoy that or not.
Oh,
Well, you know J-Ro will try it.
I
From what we
mean,
learned in last week's episode.
for the
he's not
story-
saying no to the- yeah, the
For
stories.
the story alone, if I can't see the person on the other side,
Amanda would never get under that. She'd be scared shitless of it. You know how sturdy that has to be for me to be on top with a fucking hole missing? Yeah, no, that would. I've never been on a milking table, but I'm up for it.
yeah. Where do you find one of these?
I
Where do you
mean, I
get these
think you
things?
could do it pretty quick
Amazon.
at Home Depot, right? You just go get a couple of sawhorses and a piece
Home
of plywood.
Depot. Dude, there isn't enough plywood in the world for me to lay on. A, because it's gonna bend in the middle. B, it's just not. I don't know. I don't know how comfortable that is.
No, it's gonna like start to splinter too.
And when somebody's tongue in your ass, it becomes very comfortable.
I
No, there's-
thought you were
there's gotta be
supposed
two
to
people
go the
involved.
other way.
He doesn't really know how the hole works yet, and he's just gonna stick everything there and see what pops
I'll
out.
I'll stick. I don't care. I'll stick my ass through it. I'll stick my cock and balls through it. I'll bulldog through it. You know, the
Okay,
bulldog is when you pull the cock and balls through the back. And
It
you
cut
stick
really
those
quick, and I
through.
thought
I
you
would
said
definitely
blog.
do that. It'd be amazing.
I'm
So,
moving
yeah,
on
so
to number 2.
Let's hear number 2.
Beer.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah. It's a Branch and Blade psychedelic love.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll move on.
It's a
to number
sour ale with blackberry, pineapple, marshmallow, and vanilla.
Oh, it's a lot.
four. I
going
like
on.
that.
And there's some heavy sediment in here, so I'm excited to
heavy
see where this one
sedatives?
takes me. Sedatives. There's some heavy sedatives here. If you've seen episode 3 of The Last of Us, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Good callback.
Good use. I was at Branch and Blade recently. The tap room is pretty nondescript, but the beers are so fucking good.
Yeah,
It's
it's one of those.
It's how I like it.
Now,
It felt hole in the wally in a good way.
well, because I think it's just like it's like a industrial park.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I did not go outside when I was there. I
No,
can
it was very
imagine in the summer it's probably pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, the first time I went there, I sat outside at a picnic table. But now they have like that huge pavilion. I have not been there since that's been.
Kind of like Trillium. Trillium is just fucking
Yes.
massive. Too.
Trillium's your jam.
We're back.
Dude, it's so good. How are you
It really
gonna?
is.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, that place is just great. So
don't
what do
disagree.
we have ASA this weekend in Connecticut?
I'll be
Last
fun.
weekend. We
last
want to talk
weekend-
about that.
So I wanted to jump on Sunday, but as I said, that's where we were kind of going. Sunday I had that golf, did a little golf broadcasting. Now I got to tell you, it's a lot different. I had a blast doing it. Thanks to Seth Deshard at the Seth
G-Shard.
Golf Center, and Chad Lawrence for having me and inviting me to broadcast that. Very different. I was clean, so I can use any of that broadcast for ESPN submissions.
Look at that.
B, I was also very quiet, very, very much different than.
And we have, as he approaches to the third tee box.
But I did want to grab some of the Kings Park tournament on Sunday because I knew there was a couple teams like JSI. They were streaming. I think Blackout might have been streaming. Maybe even RDD. And I just want to go to Kings Park. Like, I want to play down there because it looks like a great facility and it looked gorgeous. But man, it fucking was cold. I would not want to do that.
But RDD taking it home.
RDD, look at those boys.
I feel like did they win that one last year too? I feel like they won an early one in Long Island.
Yeah, I think
Last year.
that's probably it.
Man, what an awful just Sunday. Why Sunday?
Yeah, that's miserable.
What is the point of that?
I see.
I don't
saw that-
know.
I
Like,
saw
you're
that
not
Waddy-
getting anybody.
Waddy drove
Yeah.
down there for Sunday. I was like, what are you doing?
Ugh.
That.
Like, I get the Connecticut boys, even Long Island from Worcester. Like, that's 3.5.
Yeah.
I'm all set.
Tough.
Like,
Yeah. On a Sunday.
March on a Sunday.
I'll do
Fuck
it.
no.
I'll do it for the firecracker. If you're late for the firecracker, then who cares? You fucking that's sick, right? But God,
Yeah, that I
Tournament
saw those. You saw
or,
those
like,
pictures coming. And I'm just
mid-March.
like, fuck.
that's tough.
But I
Yeah,
get
but
it. Like, I'm okay with it. But like, I'd want to play. I don't know. Like you say it, but like, I come back from Mojo. I have a weekend off, and then I'm playing early April.
You guys are playing early April.
April 8th in Connecticut. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, I'm just thinking out loud. I think with how shitty our winter was, and now all of a sudden we're getting snow now. I was like, all right, we're close to it. And now it's like, oh, fuck. The fuck is going on?
Wait, we're
Does that
getting
make sense?
snow this weekend,
got-
like up
We
here.
got 16 inches last week.
Yeah,
Last
and
week,
it
right.
and it looks
Yeah.
like there is a handful of
Phew.
inches, like in New Hampshire, coming in.
Yeah, 2 inches, solid 2 inches, and then Tuesday we got more.
And just a ton
Sick.
of rain all around it too. The fields are going to be a mess.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So we're not going to be playing in. We're not going to be playing in New Hampshire. Those early April tournaments are not going to
probably
happen.
not.
Does he have any?
Usually
Yeah,
there's
there's
some.
some-
I feel like there's some in towards the end of April, but I feel like
I don't
if
know.
we're getting snow this late, it's probably going to be pretty wet.
I think it just
Um,
that tournament schedule just came out like 2 weeks ago, so I didn't even fucking look.
First tournament, April 15th.
Yeah, probably co-ed.
Going to be a tough one.
Yep, mixed qualifier.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's
Enjoy. I
And
won't.
then
And then Laporte's running his tournament. Isn't that fairly early too?
think
usually
the
in
same
April.
weekend.
Same weekend.
Yeah, I
He has
think
a
it's 16.
massive
It's a
amount of
Sunday.
teams in that.
Yes.
One
Sunday,
field.
there's like
No,
no,
it's a bunch
there's
of
like 5. He's
Oh, okay.
secured a bunch of fields. Yeah. He does a great job. I mean, it's the second
Second
year?
year. Yeah.
Yeah. To get
This year
that
it's
many
going
teams,
to- I mean, he had 16 within 30 minutes.
it's got to be over 20, I would say.
I'm checking right now.
Or it is 20. But yeah,
yeah,
that
that's-
tournament, I played in it last year. It was fun.
Did you get asked back by the red flags?
No,
Yeah, I didn't get the invite either.
I got asked to play in it, but it really depends on other things. I might play.
Like weather.
Yeah, like there was like we had won, and then I was like, I'm gonna go home. And I just went home. That's what I like about those. I was like, you got enough people here. I'm gonna head out.
Well, that's it. Like that game that we lost was like in the losers bracket final, I think, because we showed up after the draft. It was fucking like 8 o'clock on a Sunday night, 9 o'clock on a Sunday night. I was just like, I'm glad we lost. I want to get the fuck out of there.
Oh yeah, I didn't
I
see
was
you.
all set with that.
We didn't actually.
You
play
left
that.
before I came back.
Right?
Because we
and
had
you
the
didn't.
draft.
Yeah, and you went to the draft, and Colby was there somehow for almost every single game, and drafted
Dedication.
one of the best teams. Made
Oh
it to
yeah,
the
so he's got
playoffs.
Martel,
Well, made it to the
Twardarski,
championship.
Londonderry, AJ's, and Jetfield and Hudson. Yeah, because Pelham won't open up after this tournament last year.
Right. And it's
Martel's
not
not
necessarily
gonna be
this
ready by
tournament.
then.
It's just the
It
fucking
was a
idiots,
culmination. That was the final needle in the
the
haystack.
fucking idiots who don't pick up after themselves.
Yeah.
Which
That's
sucks,
gonna be
but
good. He has 24 teams registered. So he's going to be at 25.
Crazy.
Good for him. Good for all of that.
It's great. It is fantastic. But these are going to have to be 30-minute games.
There was I think he was also doing like double innings, which is an indoor thing. Read
That they did that last year too.
Okay.
Which honestly, that does move the games along like, maybe 5 or 10 minutes quicker. But yeah, the unlimited home runs is going to be that's always a tough one if you pay for it.
Fuck that, dude. I'll go watch.
At 25 teams. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll jump on a roster real quick and then just leave at some point.
Well, hopefully you leave at some point.
Yeah. I mean, I'll leave. I'm sure I'll leave. But yeah, so yeah, RDD wins.
Yeah. Anyway,
last weekend, Bololi wins last weekend, the Ville wins last weekend. That's all I saw from my Facebook feed. I knew softball was back. Saw the championship photos. Saw the clips of guys hitting dingers. Love to see it. We're back.
Run bombs.
We are back. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm hoping that the storm around here gets pushed off a little bit so I can play on Saturday, but it's still before May.
Is that how we're going to talk about tournaments this year? If it's on our feed, we'll talk about it.
If I see it, we'll talk about it. Yeah, and you
let's
guys
not dig around.
And everyone here sees all of our socials. You can hit us up on those and send us some clips. We'll throw them up there if we like them.
Yeah, but please send us clips.
Yeah.
And don't forget, we have the streaming. How to stream. We have that visual here for you. We'll put that up. I'm trying to find it real quick, but here we go. The Bring It Podcast Guide to Live Streaming. Let's not, just because it's a new year, let's not forget how to live stream games. Now, this is how you do it. First, you go to whatever page you'd like to go. You tap create a post. You then name your post and you hit add more. And below you go to live video. Before you hit anything, turn your phone horizontal and make sure the screen rotates so the go live is at the bottom like this, like so in the 4th step here. Then you hit go live. Then you will have a good stream. Then we will steal it and broadcast because y'all love to clip your shit. So let us talk over your shit.
Let's do it.
All right. Have a good one. Good luck, everybody at the Mojo. Come see me. I'll see you guys down there. I'll either be in a tank top or a yellow.
You're not going to be in a tank top, dude.
Don't.
I might just do it. I might just do it.
If you're going to be in a tank top, you're going to be in the singlet, and you're going to be sliding into second base while there's no games going on. And they're all just kind of like cheering you on from the backstop or from the cars where it's dry. Yeah.
Maybe it's going to be fucking cold.
Maybe you'll find the doppelganger that I found there last year. Dude,
right.
that would be
I forgot
awesome
about him.
if you just get a picture of him.
Every year, one of us finds him.
Yeah, I'm still friends with him on Facebook.
So shotgun time limit 65 minutes. So these games are 65 minute in C. First the inning, finish the inning plus next full inning. If it goes off between innings, play one full inning after. So we're looking at time limits here, which is good, especially with as many fucking teams as there are. You have to have some type of
absolutely
semblance.
In March for sure.
Yeah. Where we've only everybody's played approximately maybe once so far before this tournament.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah. Well, I hope you have fun because it's a cool experience, even though it's just the weather.
Yours was a bad experience. I mean, it was cool, but yours looked bad last year.
It didn't rain it was super windy and cold, but it didn't rain.
Was it snowing?
It snowed on Sunday when we left.
That's right. You guys fucking left.
We were still in the tournament. We were like, no. It was snowing.
We're out of here.
We're out. Thanks for having us, Columbus. But
so, well, and speaking of thanks for having us, We'll see everybody next week.
See you guys.
I'm sure we'll have some broadcasts on Thursday, depending on what my schedule looks like. I'll probably do some during the games or day. So, yeah, we'll see you soon.
Thanks for hanging out.